And we're back. El Rushbo at the Limbaugh Institute for Advanced Conservative Studies. 800-282-2882 if you want to be on the program. The email address, lrushbo@eibnet.com. Here it is again. This is a story here from Politico. Now, I said just a moment ago, ladies and gentlemen, if you were a Martian and you just landed here and you turned on any of the news networks, you would think this is a Muslim country with Christian invaders. You just turn on the news and you listen to the way the media is reporting things, and you might conclude that this is a peaceful Muslim country and the problems all emanate from a bunch of Christians. Why do these young Muslims hate us? Here we go again. After 9/11, the State Department convened a major forum with several discussion topics, all evolving around the central orienting topic: why do they hate us? What have we done to make them so mad? This literally happened within 2 weeks to a month after 9/11. So now we have San Bernardino. The San Bernardino 2 terror attack. Politico magazine, why do these young Muslims hate us? You know, it borders on the frustrating. It's not us. It's all infidels. All you have to do is read the Quran to find out why. Hey, these people want to make it out that it's something that we're doing. It's something about us. It's something about our lifestyle, about our government, about the way we organize ourselves that makes them hate us, to the point that we need to ask, what are we doing to make them do these kind of things? Because it obviously is more our fault than theirs. And just like the media cannot grasp what people outside Washington actually think about things, like they cannot grasp what Heartland America thinks and feels because it's strange to them, it's foreign. They won't read Trump's book. They won't read any of my books. They won't read anybody else's books. They have these preconditioned assessments of us, call it prejudice. They certainly do of Christians. So here we go again. Why do these young Muslims hate us? In America and Europe, the children of immigrants are turning into radicalized killers. We have to find a way to reach them. You see, it's not that we have to find a way to stop them. It's not that we have to find a way to defeat them. It's not that we have to find out what's wrong with them. Mass murderers, suicide bombers, people that strap bombs to their 5- and 10-year-olds and send them out to kill people. No, nothing wrong with them. We got to find out what's wrong with us. And we got to find a way to reach them. They never say that about Republicans. I can't remember the last time I ever heard a Democrat talk about finding a way to reach us here on talk radio or conservative. No, all they want to do is defame us and wipe us out and defeat us. But when it comes to these people, we got to find common ground somehow. The twin horrors of the mass murder in San Bernardino and the attacks in Paris a few weeks before share one disturbing fact in common. They were perpetrated not by immigrants, but by their angry, alienated, lost children. The killers were native-born citizens of their lands. This is also true of other attacks by people identifying themselves as Muslims in recent years, such as the London transit bombings in 2005 and the assassination of Dutch filmmaker Theo van Gogh in Amsterdam in 2004. Who are these enraged young Muslims? And why do they feel so much hatred for their native countries? How did it happen that their parents, often first-generation immigrants just trying to get along and make a buck, how did it happen that their parents kept their heads down and made no trouble, while the children who were generally better off economically, were lured by a suicidal ideology networked into their minds from thousands of miles away. Who says the parents are innocent here? As Investors Business Daily just chronicled about Saeed Farouk's family. Who says they're innocent? And by the way, I guess Politico is going to join everybody now in agreeing that it has nothing to do with poverty. They just acknowledge that kids, these young Muslim terrorists, are better off economically than their parents. So I guess it must not be poverty now. But still, it boils down to we're doing something to make them hate us. We're doing something to make them radical. And it's right there in the book that they read. You people in the media would just take a moment and read it. You would understand. None of this is a mystery. It's not what we're doing, it's what we don't accept. Who are these enraged young Muslims? Why do they feel so much hatred for their native countries, meaning they're born in America? How can they possibly hate their own country? Yeah, that's reserved for the Michigan militia. We understand why right-wing Christian kooks would hate their country. Yeah. Bunch of racist pigs. But why would these religion of peace Muslims hate America? I mean, we Democrats and liberals, we've been running the country. We've given them everything. Why do they hate? They're going nuts here. They're literally wringing their hands trying to figure out why these innocent young Muslim children hate this country when the left thinks they have been so great and so nice and so accommodating. Anyway, the Politico magazine article continues, we need to think about these problems now because the political climate in both places, Europe and America, could not be more perilous. In America, the relentlessly Islamophobic Donald Trump outdid himself on Monday, calling for a total and complete shutdown of Muslims entering the U.S. Trump and other Republican presidential candidates like Ben Carson brazenly hurl insults and invective against Muslims abroad and impugn the patriotism of Muslim Americans. The mass killing in San Bernardino coming after the July attacks by Mohammed Yusuf Abdulaziz, the so-called Chattanooga shooter who killed 5 people, only provided more ammunition, and the right-wing media is engaged in unbridled, vulgar demonization of American Muslims. Oh, see, it's our fault. And it's Trump's fault. You see, they're building a case. They asked the question, why do these young Muslims hate us? Donald Trump. And what does it say here? Right-wing presidential candidates. Right-wing media. I found out that's my name. I was actually called right-wing media on CNN over the weekend. Played the soundbite for you. Oh, yeah. Remember, right-wing media wants Hillary to win because right-wing media got rich writing anti-Clinton books. Well, I was the only media then, broadcast-wise, so I'm now right-wing media. And in a political story, right-wing media engaged in unbridled, vulgar demonization of American Muslims. Never mind that according to the FBI, the most domestic terror attacks are carried out by right-wing white Christian men. See how this is going now? Right-wing Christian men carry out more terror attacks than Muslims in America. Really? Muslims in America wiped out 3,000 Americans in one day. Really? Politico, you really will try to make this case? They tried after the Planned Parenthood shoot them up. Oh, yeah, these right-wingers out there shooting up Planned Parenthood all the time. Except the real stats are militant Islam, extremist Islam, has killed more Americans than anybody has committed attacks on Planned Parenthoods in this country. Americans pride themselves on doing a better job of assimilating their Muslim immigrants than European nations typically do. Although there are concentrations of Muslim immigrants in major cities such as Dearbornistan, Michigan, the Muslim communities in America are mobile and an integral part of America's major cities and their suburbs. See? You see, folks? I guarantee you this nation is at risk and imperiled by a bunch of crazed white Christians. And if you were a Martian and just happened to land here, turned on the news today, this is what you would think.